Hello, and thank you for joining us as we pick up where we left off in the last video. Jude 1:13. We're talking about the raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. In the last video, we said that the raging waves are all around us. They're the Wi-Fi signals, the radio signals that we send out that come from our devices that we encode, our music, our movies, our data. All of those things are using the waves of the electromagnetic spectrum to foam out, as you were, their own shame. And that's what we're doing, and that's what we see in the world around us. Raging waves of the sea, the stars in many cases, but the ordinary people as well, foam out their own shame. Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. And we said the word raging was connected to agrios. That word is agrios, living or growing in the fields, and it is connected by number to meadow of waters, field of waters, like the electromagnetic field that we propagate waves through using electricity. Abel Mayim was the name, and that is the word raging. So what type of waves? Raging waves. The type growing in fields or woods. The type connected to meadow of waters. And these type of waves are the electromagnetic waves. This is a picture being painted in Jude. And in these last days, we have fulfilled that picture with our technology. And we continue to see it with the waves themselves. So let's continue. The raging waves of the sea. What type of waves? This is G2949, Kaima. That means wave. That word is connected by number to H2949, Tepuk. That is the word. It means it is connected to span. It is translated span long. It is a figure of speech in this context about nursing. The women would hold the baby across their arm, and it would be the arm span they're talking about. And in this verse, it's using the word span or span long as a figure of speech for holding the baby. Kind of like we use figures of speech today. They're not literal, they're figures of speech. Now, when you look at this, it is connected to wave. So the word wave is connected to the word span. The word translated span. And when you look at to see what that word is even connected to make sure you're looking at this right, it is tafak, T-A-P-H-A-C-H. And that word means to extend, to spread out, to span. I'm showing this to show you that the word tepuk means span, to extend. It is spread out, extend. It is a length. That is what the word means. That is what the word that is connected to waves means. So when you see what we're looking at, the raging of the waves was connected to a field or a meadow of waters. The waves themselves are connected, numbered by the writing on the wall. These words are numbered with span, with the word that means span and is translated span long. Do you see what we're getting at here through the writing on the wall? When we see this, we're talking about how we use the electromagnetic waves. The waves are from a field, and we use those waves with the wavelengths, with the measurements of these waves. And this is just the writing on the wall connecting that, pointing that out, showing us that these waves raging from fields, raging from a meadow of water, raging waves that are numbered with the word for span. And we know that the wavelength is how we use the waves, the different wavelengths, the different amplitudes, create the different channels, create the different types of waves, radio waves, microwaves, light waves. All these are the same type of energies at different wavelengths and amplitudes. And this is how we use this system. This is how we use this technology. And once again, this is not just a one-off thing that happens to look like, wow, that's interesting how the waves seem to look like they're connected to the word length and all of our waves are used wavelength. That is not just happenstance. This is the writing on the wall. And when it happens over and over and over again, keep in mind, this is after After we saw that all of this stuff happened just as God said it would be in the last days, that they would do in like manner to Jesus, to the truth. So they built their vine, they have their light, it is their foundation, it is the cornerstone of their world. And on the end of the vine hangs the poisoned fruit, the Apple devices with the iOS. iOS is the Greek word poison. All these things are just piled upon this one thing here, where you see that the waves are connected to span, creating something that looks like wavelength. All of this is the writing on the wall, and it is the writing on the wall for our generation, and it is the writing on the wall for us to look at, to see, to recognize that we are living in the end times, that we are living in the last days, and the writing is on the wall for us. Mene, Tekel, Upharsin, numbered, weighed, divided. Our kingdom is numbered and finished. We have been weighed in the balances and art found wanting. Thank you for joining this video. You can see all my videos on signofire.com, yeshuascoming.com, and of course this YouTube channel. And we'll keep up the evidence and we'll keep piling it on. Until next time, thank you.